Come and fly away with me. Come and fly away with me. Come and fly away with me.
Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Hey y'all, I missed y'all so much. Even the video that I recently opened, not the video, what am I talking about? Let me start over. Even the video that I recently uploaded, if you guys haven't checked it out, my story time about the Last Supper, about my dinner with the frenemies, my birthday dinner that really brought out all the true colors in my little circle of friends, quote unquote. I say that with heavy quotations. Make sure you guys check it out. It's the last upload on my page. But today on the docket list, we have another story time. This story time is not going to be that long. I really like giving you guys shorter story times, which aren't even that short. They're like an hour plus or maybe an hour long on voiceovers, because y'all already know I'm traveling, I'm working, I don't have my camera equipment. And my iPhone, it can't take 3 hours of chatting. Like, by the time I videotape that clip and edit it, all that stuff, my iPhone will be no storage available possible. So, when I get my camera equipment, I'm going to see you guys, because I know y'all want to see my beautiful brown chocolate skin and this sexy voluptuous. Why am I talking to y'all like y'all supposed to be attracted to me, like y'all men or something? All right, y'all, let me stop playing with y'all. So today we have another juicy squish mac and cheese story time, voiceover edition, podcast edition, and the story starts off like this. And you guys already know when I say the story starts off like this, y'all already know it's finna be what? It's finna be motherfucking juicy. Say it with me, HARASDOLLS. It's finna be one of the squish, juicy. Okay, let's tap in. Let's get into it. So I might sound a little out of breath because I'm sitting straight up in the car and I have on a waist trainer, and y'all, I cannot breathe. If y'all are waist training, drop it in the chat. Let me know how long y'all be waist training for. I've been trying to do it for about 8 hours, but y'all, it's a lot. And today was a lot for me. I had a long day. Like, the devil is really working today. The devil has really been attacking the hell out of me today. Like, but that's a story for another day. I'm going to just get started on the story time, because a lot of y'all be dropping timestamps like, the story starts here. Like, nah. The story starts here. Okay, let's get started. Sorry, y'all. I had to really get these cats together. Like, y'all, these cats are becoming a lot of responsibility. They having babies left and right. If anybody's in the New York area and you want some kittens, let me know. I have kittens on deck. But they be out here fighting. I be trying to feed them. They be acting like fucking peasants. They ain't never get a piece of food in their life. Like, and then I'm arguing with my neighbors about them. Like, this is what I get for just being a good Samaritan and trying to take care of some hungry cats. Like, I don't want to see nobody starving. God made it fortunate enough for me to be able to eat every day and eat what I want every day. Not just eat every day, but eat what I want. And I'm very fortunate. So I try to give back. I try to feed the cats, but it's been causing me a lot of stress. But nevertheless. All right, y'all, back to the story. So this story started a little while back. This is when I was really young, y'all. I was like maybe like 16, 17 years old, right? So let's just start off with the characters of the story. This story is going to be about my old friend, and I'm going to call her Glams, or should I call her Tay? I'm going to call her Glams, because she reminds me of Glamazon Tay, y'all. When I tell you, she's a part of the LGBT community. She looks like Glamazon Tay. She's just a little bit slimmer. They have the same smile, the same teeth, the same face, the same nose. Like, every time I look at Glamazon Tay, which I love her. I love Glamazon Tay. I've loved her for so many years. I love her. Every time I've looked at her from the first time, I'm like, oh my gosh, she reminds me of this girl that I'm about to talk to y'all about. And y'all, what's going on with this story time is that this story is a little bit different than the stories that I have been telling y'all, because a lot of the stories I've been explaining to you guys was a lot of there were evil villains in the scenario. And I'm not saying that I'm innocent and I always react in the best way. Even up to now, I'm learning how to understand that vengeance is not mine, save the Lord. He will repay it for me. Can I get a hey, man type of thing? You feel me? Because I'm trying to control my reactions. I'm trying to control my decisions. I'm trying to make sure that the role that I am playing in every scenario isn't equivalent to the role of the person who's initiating whatever terror attack they have against me. So I've been learning how to be just a better reactor and responder to people and issues and etc. I say that to say that because this friend here, you guys will be the better judge for me, but I personally, it's one of the friendships where I don't have anything negative to say about her. I don't wish her bad. I probably would be friends with her again. She's probably one of like the first people I've said that about on this channel where I would be not just cordial, I would be her friend again. You get what I'm saying? Like, but let's just get started, right? So we're gonna name her Glams. So Glams is a little bit older than me. She was like, and this little part I'm about to tell y'all might sway y'all, but y'all, still like, I still feel how I feel about like being friends with her again. But I'm just gonna tell y'all honestly how my perception and my experience of what happened was. So I knew Glams from a family friend, and she was about 2 years older than me. And I remember when you are young and like you have older cousins, they're not that much older than you, but they're at least like 4 or 5 years older. And then they have their friends and everybody's already learning the scope. And I wasn't the cool younger kid. I was the tag along. Like, I was the pick me. Like, can I hang in? Can I hang out? Can I fit in? Can I fuck with y'all? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I learned the hard way not to be that person. Because I don't know if I even told y'all, like, in trying to hang out with my cousins, friends, and those type of people that was older than me, they were mistreating the hell out of me. Like, for a long time, I didn't smile because I remember one of my cousin's friends was telling me, like, oh, don't smile. Like, you look ugly when you laugh, or you look ugly when you smile. And, like, being, like, 15, 13, like, just an adolescent, you take stuff like that to heart. You feel me? Especially in a time where there's no social media and there wasn't really that much outlet to, like, it was just a different time, y'all. So stuff like that, it hit hard. And then there was another time where my cousin's friends threw Pepsi on me, literally for no reason. Just like, they should just do shit like that. You should just fuck with me. There was another time where, what happened? Oh yeah, there was you guys know the glue guns that get hot? I use glue guns a lot because I sew. But if you ever use a glue gun, it's kind of like a gun that you plug in and then you put the glue sticks in and it gives out hot glue to like bond stuff. One time I was just sitting down in the living room, my grandmother's house, and my cousin's friends were over. And one of them just took the glue gun and she just squeezed a patch of hot glue on my skin. And I remember just screaming, and I hurried up and just rubbed it off, and it took that whole piece of my skin came off with the glue. And then she was just laughing. They were all just fucking laughing. And I'm like, is this initiation? Is this my initiation just to get to sit down and hang out with y'all? Like, if this is what I gotta go through, I'm good. Like, I'm fucking good. So I'm explaining all this right now because even freaking whatchamacallit? What I was gonna say again? Oh, cats are distracting me. Yeah, even with this girl Glams. Like I said, I knew Glams. She was like my cousins and friends and them friend. And I used to try to hang out with them and stuff like that. So that's how I knew her. In hanging out with them, she was she was a part of it a little bit, of like teasing me, calling me fat, making me feel like the outcast, just you can't sit with us. Like, she was a part of it, but I don't feel like she was ever like, she ever did anything that was like, I could remember that stood out. She probably was bandwagoning. So eventually I ended up going to high school, and when I became a freshman in high school, she was a senior. So she was on her way out, I was coming in. So she probably was more than 2 years older than me. I really don't remember. I know she was older than me though. So as we were in high school, that's when I started to more so like develop myself, get my like charisma, my personality. Like I started, hand sewing, I started doing hair, cosmetology. Like I started getting into my bag, you know what I'm saying? Finding myself, not really relying on my other older cousins or anything like that. Just, getting into my it girl era, because I'm that girl. Okay, that's why these bitches be mad. Let's talk about it. So I'm finally starting to get into my bag. I remember when I first entered the high school, and she was the only person I knew, I was kind of excited because I was like, okay, I don't know anybody going into high school, but I know this one person and I'm going to fuck with her, even though she ain't never really give me that much energy before. But I just felt like at least I knew somebody and she was older. Maybe she can, put me in with a cool crowd, get me whatever. At first, she was fronting on me like, ill freshman getaway. But then when she started to see, like, I started to win stuff like best dress, I started to like redesign my uniform, I started to do shit in the school, then she started to fuck with me a little bit. Her friends started to fuck with me, she started to fuck with me, whatever. Cool. Now we're good. Now we're friends. Now we cool, right? So, now that me and her, well, her and I are cool now. We're friends. We're getting to know each other. Like always, people only ever really want to take me serious or be my friend because they start to see value in me, in my craftsmanship, in my skill set. Remember I told you I started sewing. Hold on a second, y'all. Hello? I'm in the car. Like I was saying, so people usually only really find value in me once they realize I have a craft. Like I really be thinking about what my life would have kind of transitioned into up to now if I didn't have a skill set to offer, because I really feel like people started to treat me better, of course use me more, but then I got a lot more attention and just a lot of fake energy, fake vibes, whatever, blah blah blah. It's funny that I'm saying this because then you guys gonna be like, bitch, why would you want to be her friend again? But like I said, like maybe I this is a long time ago, so I don't remember everything verbatim, but I'm just telling y'all based on what I remember, right? So now she started to like become my friend. Of course I started to make her stuff. Of course I was making her stuff for free. At that point in time, I did not know how to sew. Like I didn't know how to sew. I was just attempting shit, and I was happy to see if somebody really wanted to rock it. Like whatever, yeah, hell yeah, take this for free. I worked mad hard on it, take it. Like I want to work mad hard on more free shit for you type shit, like, right? So now her and I kind of started getting cool. I make stuff for her. Then she kind of like, this is a sidebar, but she at one point wanted to open up like, you know how Instagram boutiques are? You know how girls are buying all these outfits on AliExpress, Alibaba, wholesale, and then after that they're reselling it and stuff like that? She wanted to do that years ago. Like she had the blueprint for it. I felt like, honestly, I'm not even gonna lie, when she came to me with that concept and she was like, hey, I got this trick, this guy that's spending money on me. At that point in time, I'm young, I don't even know what tricks are. Like I'm not even understanding what the shit is. Like she's like, I got this trick, he willing to give us 5 bands, $5,000. Story not even about this, it's a sidebar. She's like, he willing to give us $5,000 to start this clothing brand. Like, you know how to sew, we could order the stuff from China wholesale, even if you want to just change some stuff, add some stuff to it, and then we put our name on it and we just push it out. She was like, how she doesn't know how to sew, but like she can style. She had a lot of fashion going on. She can style, design, blah blah blah. I give her that. She was one of the girls. She's a fashion girly. She at heart been a fashion girly, it girl. She could have went far with it. I don't know why. I don't know what she's up to nowadays, but I think I ran into her like a couple of months ago, but I was so shocked and I didn't know what to say to her. I just kind of kept it pushing, and she didn't say anything either. So nevertheless, I don't know where she's at in her life, but like I said, she could have definitely went far with the fashion stuff because she was definitely that it girl. So she's like, yeah. At that point in time, remember, I was fresh in my sewing career. I didn't really know about the business. I didn't know anything. I just had a machine that someone gave to me and I was just sewing on it. I didn't take her up on the offer because I just felt like I was the one with the skill set. I knew that much. I was the one with the craftsmanship. I was the one with the skill set. So yes, her and her trick was investing the money, and she would be helping as far as designing and styling. But I felt like ultimately the bulk of the work was going to always lie on me, and it wasn't something that I was ready or willing to sign up for. And then I was in a point where I was egotistic, where I'm like, no, I want my own shit. I don't want to share a name with somebody. I don't want to share a brand identity with someone. I want my own shit. This is finally something that's mine. No one can take it away from me. No one can leave me out of the party. No one can take me. This is my table. I want to sit at it by myself. Fuck that. Like, this is my shit. Like, at least sewing has served as something like that for me, where it's like, okay, like, this is my one and only thing that I can run to, escape to, that's mine. So I felt like she kind of felt a way about it, but I just felt like, girl, the way you don't need no talent to buy and sell clothes online, I really felt like we both should have took each other up on that idea. Like, she should have went ahead and did it if I didn't do it with her, and I should have kind of did it with her, because you see how people are going crazy with the buying and selling. That was another thing. I don't buy and sell now, because as a designer, as a person who actually creates stuff from scratch, and I don't know where it came from, it's hard for me to buy and sell, because I just feel like it's not art. Like, I don't find, like, yes, and don't get me wrong, y'all, I could be making 6 digits right now buying and selling if I would have tapped into that a long time ago and stuck to it, because girls are doing that left and right and making so much money. But it's not in me. Like, I'm a true artist. I'm one of those people where I'll be a broke artist, like, this type shit, you feel me? Like, I'm a true ass artist. Like, I appreciate my art. I sew because I love to sew, because I love to create, and there's so much vision in my head that I just want to execute. And nevertheless, right? So now freaking I turned her down on that offer for all those reasons. Did she feel away? I think a little bit. But that was just something I wanted to mention about our friendship, right? So let's get to the nitty-gritty. So during this time that we're friends or whatever, we're bonding on the fashion tip. I'm young or whatever. She's a little older than me. She would invite me out to freaking events and stuff like that with other guys. And it was my first time kind of like being around men. Remember, I'm coming from being the fat, ugly little duckling. You know what I'm saying? I'm not confident in myself. I'm insecure. I'm trying to find my it-girl motion. I'm trying to make this fashion thing work for me. Like, I'm putting effort into it. I wasn't really fully there. I wasn't where I'm at now. You feel me? I wasn't here, like, where I'm at right now on my soul. Like, yeah, I wasn't here. I was somewhere else. You feel me? So now, I remember this one time, I think I told y'all a little bit about it, where she invited me to these guys, like, to go hang out with these guys. And, like, not on some, like, putting me around niggas. I never felt that way. I just felt like she was a pretty girl. Like I told you, she looks like Glamazon Tay, gorgeous girl. And she had a lot of male attention around her, light skin, and she had like the Halle Berry haircut. Like she was that girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even now I still feel like she's that girl. Like her features, everything is so unique, so beautiful about her. Like, she was just model-esque. Like, her vibe, like, I really liked. Like, she was one of those people I would say, like, when you ever have friends and y'all not friends anymore, but you like, if I would have a friendship again, it would be her. Like, I like her. I like her vibe. She knew who she was. Like, you feel me? I like that. So now, she invited me. I think I told y'all this story. She invited me to go hang out with these guys, and I had a bonnet on my head because my hair was not done, and I wanted to go so bad because I wanted to be down and have friends and lit, whatever. Yo, back in the day, Sarah and me, Sarah, right now are like two different Sarahs. Like, I realized why it was so hard for me to fit in back in the days or be an extrovert, because I'm naturally an introvert at heart. Like, literally, to my soul, to my core, I'm an introvert. I thrive in solitude. I do my best work in solitude. I work better solo. I do everything solo. Not saying that I don't enjoy interactions with people, and I need people to survive because I am human. I need human interaction. And of course, I do crave human interaction. I do. But I'm also one of those people where I wouldn't mind, like, being in a marriage and we have our separate rooms. Like, I wouldn't even mind something like that. Like, we could have a shared room and 2 separate rooms of our own. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like my own space. I like my own shit. I like my own space, my own thought process. People are just, I've been stained and tainted so much by the world. And I've done seen and heard and experienced so much negativity that I do feel safer alone. Because I feel like I'm not going to cause myself harm or distress. I'm not. I'm my safe place. I can trust me. You feel me? Maybe when I was younger and I was, you know, a cutter and I didn't understand myself and I was suicidal and stuff like that. Yeah, maybe then, but no. But today, Sarah, I can trust me. So I was an introvert. I'm an introvert now, but I was trying to be extroverted back then. So like I said, I went outside without my hair done, with a bonnet. I remember when I met up with her, she was just like, girl, what the fuck is on your head? And I'm like, a bonnet. And best believe, yeah, y'all be knocking people now for coming out with bonnets, but people been coming out with bonnets a long time. I don't come out with bonnets anymore because I don't think that is something that should be worn outside. You gotta like look a little bit presentable, like put a head tie if anything. But nevertheless, I had a bonnet on and she was just like, girl, no, you're not going with me to these niggas' house with a fucking bonnet on your head. And I'm like, I was mad sad about it because I'm like, my hair's not done and I want to hang out. So she literally, I like that about her because she knew how to set boundaries and she wasn't bending. Like, she used to be very assertive, like, no, yes, no, like, you know, and I like that. I learned that. I like that about her. So she didn't let me go with her because she was like, she literally told me, you're not about to embarrass me. Like, and I don't know where the hell I thought I was going with a bonnet on my head. Like, what the fuck? Like, where the fuck did I think I was going? Like, girl, like, oh my God, I'm so happy I've grown. It's crazy. Like, if you think and look back at the things that we used to do at a younger age, you're like looking at the old self like, didn't I make you proud? Because, bitch, you were wilding. But let's get to the actual nitty gritty, because y'all already know I like to give y'all details and backstories just so y'all can get an understanding and a whiff of the situation in order for me to get a good, honest point of view from y'all. I feel like if I don't give y'all the nitty gritty and the background info, even though I can't remember everything verbatim, y'all not going to be able to give me y'all perspective fully. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, let me just give y'all the nitty gritty. So let's get to the actual like gist of the story where it gets juicy. So, what I was saying again? Yeah, so now this is the juicy part. She invites me out with her on and off again boyfriend. We're gonna name him Lemon Pepper because he dead ass look at Lemuel Plummer from Zeus. He looks just like him, I swear to God. We're gonna name him Lemon Pepper, right? So she has a boyfriend, Lemon Pepper. This is before what I knew what a toxic relationship was. I didn't really get into a toxic relationship until my mid-20s. The boyfriend I had prior to, because I've only ever been in relationships, y'all. Not saying that I haven't had, like, outside engagements, but I'm more so, I haven't had a lot of boyfriends. I had 3 boyfriends in total, I believe. Yeah, 3 boyfriends, and a few little side pieces, little sugar daddies, whatever. You know what I'm saying? A little something on the par. But at that point, I only had 1 boyfriend. It was a very innocent relationship. It didn't have too much going on, whatever. So I'm hearing her vent to me. You know, she's showing me pictures about their domestic disputes, and I'm still not understanding because I'm just like, I'm not in a toxic relationship yet. So I'm just thinking in my head like, girl, if this guy is stressing you out, you claim that you like girls, you're learning to like girls a lot more, you've been with him since they've been together from childhood on to like high school, like, and it's already this toxic, and he's always cheating, and he's bringing you back UTIs and STIs and all that stuff like that. Like, leave, girl. I'm not understanding the dynamic of a soul tie. I'm not understanding trauma bonding yet. I'm not understanding none of them things yet. Put it in the chat if you understand what a toxic bond is, because I know what a toxic bond is, y'all. Like, soul ties are very hard to get out of, especially when you trauma bond with somebody for a long time and you guys have experienced a lot of trauma with one another, in addition to the unhealed trauma that you came into the relationship with, yeah, that's very hard to let go of, get out of, especially at a young age, decipher what to do. Like, we're young, you feel me? So she was in one of those. So one day she hits me up. She's like, hey, come out to the lounge with me. At that point in time, I had a fake ID. I had just got my fake ID. I was outside moving. Like, I was in the clubs, the day parties. Back. It was before clubbing today. Like, I hate to sound like an old head and be like, y'all don't know how back in the day. Nah, but I got to stand on this statement right here. Y'all haven't, even me, I even missed out on the days before my days. But I know that my days were definitely different from now. Like, back in my days when we were 16, like, we had little fake IDs. The parties that they were having for people that were, like, old enough to go, they had, like, they didn't have all these cops, all these restrictions, all these machines, these gadgets, these videos, these cameras. Like, it was a time where you went out and you had a time, an experience, and you had fun. Everything happened with the people that you met, the people that you went with, was surrounded by. There probably wasn't a lot of pictures and videos. There probably were some, but experiences were actually experiences. So, you know, I'm having fake ID. She invited me to the lounge. We're going to the lounge. Niggas is drinking, partying, moving. Like, this is when niggas was really having fun. Like, I don't even crave going out now because it would never be like before. And I really enjoyed going out back in the days. If you guys are a millennial, drop it in the chat. You guys know what I'm talking about. If you guys are Gen Z, it's okay because y'all still turn up. Like, y'all turn up too. Like, it's just a little more expensive, a little more violent, and a little more vain. Let's talk there, but I guess it's a turn up nonetheless. Like, we were, like, back then we were trying to look cute to go out, but you ain't had to really go pop out designer to go out and look good and be with, like, it wasn't like that. Like, it wasn't like that. It was a time. I'm literally talking about, like, damn, what years am I even talking about? Y'all gonna be like, damn, bitch, you're old, fuck. If I even start throwing some years out there, like, but we're definitely talking years ago. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to go to the lounge or whatever. I'm going to go with y'all, whatever. This is my first time meeting him. I ain't ever meet Lemon Pepper before. So Glams and Lemon Pepper, they come and pick me up from my house. I didn't live too far from Glams. Me and Glams probably live like 10-minute drive away from each other. They come pick me up, and mind you, Glams is on her thing because, you know, she got sugar daddy, she got her on and off boo, she got girls. She doing her thing. Pretty girl doing her thing. Like, she knew she was pretty. She knew she could get what she want. Like, I respect it. So we go out. At first, I can't even remember the initial interaction to remember if I was ever uncomfortable at first or how I kind of felt. But I was just happy to be outside with older people doing big girl things. So we go to this event. We go to the lounge. We chill. It wasn't even an event. It was a lounge. We chilling. We having drinks, whatever. I did feel like sort of the third wheel because I remember she said that one of her other girlfriends were coming, or I don't know if his friends were supposed to come. Ultimately, it just ended up being the three of us. So I felt like the third wheel, but not really, because immediately when we entered the lounge, y'all, them two started arguing, bickering, going back and forth. It turned into World War motherfucking 3 in a heartbeat. Like, I didn't even know. Like, you know when you sitting in the back seat of somebody's car and there's a couple sitting in the front passenger in the driver's seat, and then they're having their interaction, but you're not being as nosy, or maybe they're not talking as loud, so you're not understanding that there's tension building up there while you're sitting back there. You're just thinking like, oh, we outside. Like, I'm the third wheel, but we outside. So when we get into the club now, I guess it built up. I don't know what it was about. I couldn't even tell y'all. I probably knew back then, but I couldn't even tell y'all. So they started bickering. So the whole time I'm feeling awkward because they sitting next to each other. She's talking to me separately. He's trying to get to know me, asking me questions, talking to me separately. Oh, like, I heard you design, whatever, blah, blah. Regular conversation. I'm young as hell. Like, y'all, I'm 16. Like, 16. I'm just trying to fit in. Like, I'm trying to get in where I fit in. I'm trying to make it. Like, so I'm awkward because in between them having conversations with me, they're arguing with each other. They're giving each other attitude, blah, blah, blah. The bill come. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was a little disruption about that. I was trying to give my money for the bill. Like, y'all, I always had money. I had a job since my first job was when I was 14. When I was 14, I was in cosmetology school. When I was in high school, I studied cosmetology. And then I went to this black-owned hair salon that only specialized in black hair care. That's when I really started taking care of my hair. Like, that was when my hair journey really started, because I don't know if I told y'all, but I had the Cassie haircut in high school, and then I shaved my head bald and started fresh and never had a perm or relaxer again, right? So nevertheless, I'm in this black hair care salon internship. I did a couple of months internship for my cosmetology license, and then I ended up working there. And I was washing hair. I remember she used to pay me $10 to wash every head. And then I worked in like downtown Brooklyn in the Prestige area, so I was getting tips. So I was making more in tips than I was making washing heads. So say I was washing like 20 heads for that day. All I had to make sure was the hair was shampooed. Everybody had their own distinct shampoo to use. Make sure it was parted in four, combed out, brushed out. I was getting $10, and I was getting tips. So I was, at the age of 14, I was going home. I was going to high school. When I left school, I would go wash hair. I would leave washing hair like 8, 9 o'clock when the salon closed. Coming home with $300-$400 at the age of 14. I kid you the fuck not. Ask my mother. I was hustling at a young age. And then when I turned 16, I started working at Century 21. I don't know if you guys ever remember Century 21. I don't think it's still around anymore. But Century 21 is like a department store. Kind of like a upscale TJ Maxx and Marshalls, where they really sold designer. Like, they had designer. And they sold it like at a cheap, it was like an off-brand store, so everything was real. So if you wanted to get, do you see how Poochie's lit now? You could have went to Century 21 back in those days and get Poochie from head to your toe for under $100, like a whole Poochie outfit. Like, Poochie was on the racks, like, basically for free. I still have Poochie stuff, Poochie scarves and stuff from when I used to work at Century 21 that I'd be like, oh, I can't wait till this get vintage so I could really sell it. Like, that stuff was dirt cheap, y'all. Like, dirt cheap. It was a time. If you guys remember Century 21, that's when they used to have that Hardy. They had all the designers. You get designer handbags, off-price stuff, right? So I had money when I was young. So when the bill came out, I had no problem paying out money for a bill, but Glams was talking about, no, don't put no money up. And she was like, he's going to pay for it, this and that. I don't know what there are. Y'all, like I said, there was an argument for every little thing. These people obviously did not get along. I now understand that their demons were, like, taking over. Like, their demons had a hard time interacting. Like, it wasn't even the flesh anymore, the way these people, like, it was like they were sitting next to each other and couldn't. My friend Glams, her face was screwed up the whole time. He looked like very upset, standoffish, but still trying to be like, I could tell he's a narcissist manipulator, the way he had control in that situation and control of himself. Like, nevertheless, it was just awkward for me to be a part of, right? So here's where it gets a little crazy, right? After we leave the lounge, you know what I'm saying, everybody had drinks at the lounge, whatever. We head to this after party. Everybody's taking shots, getting drunk. I know me, I'm getting lit, y'all. And that's why I don't drink, because that was around the time when I first started drinking, and I didn't understand what mixing liquor was like. So I remember the first time I even drunk, it was at a house party, and I was helping my friend set up. My friend that got me the fake ID, my first fake ID. I was helping them set up, and they were like, yeah, have a drink. Y'all, I'm drinking Taylor Port. I'm drinking Svedka. I'm drinking Hennessy. I'm drinking Sangria. I'm drinking Smirnoff. I was just drinking what I was like, ooh, I'm trying everything. I started trying everything. I'm drinking Long Island iced tea. Y'all, I blacked out before the party started. All I remember is somebody waking me up during the party. I hear mad music, see mad people, went right back, done for. Like, that was a bad position for me to put myself in, because I blacked out in somebody's project's apartment in a house party. Like, for real. And then I woke up the next morning, and immediately when I opened my eyes, it was just vomit. I vomited all over her pink carpet. Like, yeah, I know she probably hated me. And then I went to work hungover, smelling like vomit and liquor because I had no time to go home and really like change and bathe and stuff like that. I didn't want to lose my job. I couldn't call out. It was a training day. Like, it was a lot going on. End up going there, got fired on the spot. So the shit was crazy. That's why I really didn't drink after that. And then that night I kind of drunk because it was awkward. And when I was younger, I would drink out of peer pressure. Just like, everybody's doing this, awkward. I don't really like it. That's why now, because I know I don't like it, I just don't fucking drink because I don't like that shit. So I'm drinking, whatever. We all getting lit. She's getting lit. He's getting lit. Her and I are kind of having a good time. He's just mingling. He's Lemmy Pepper. He's moving around the party. He's networking. I think I don't know if he was a scammer. He was definitely known. He was doing things, whatever. So, whatever. Now she's arguing with him in a party because he's talking to other girls, whatever. She's complaining to me about it. She's ready to go. She's forcing him to leave. So now we all get in the car. The whole way now that we're driving, I kept asking. I remember I was drunk, but I remember I kept asking, like, hey, can you guys just drop me home first or whatever? Because I realized that the party, you had to kind of pass my house. You didn't have to, but you could pass my house before going to hers because we were coming the opposite direction. We probably coming from the east side, like, so you had to pass me. But for some reason, because they were arguing, and this time they weren't arguing for me not to hear. I felt like because she had already vented to me about him talking to other girls at the party, and girls that, like, there was this one girl that her and the girl had like so much beef to the point where both of them kept leaving their hair in this nigga's apartment to show that each other was there. She would tell me that when she go to his house, whatever, she will find hair that's not her hair, basically, like hair combed out of a brush. So remember I told you she had the Halle Berry hairstyle, so she would get herself a weave, like, or a wig or something, and then make sure she brush out the hair and leave the hair around so the girl could find it. Like, they would do shit like that. Like, it was kind of like the Cassie, Diddy, and what's that other girl in the equation? The other girl that he messing with that don't ever leave? Gina. Or Gina, Young Miami, Diddy. Like, where the girls know about each other, and then they're beefing with each other, and he's just in the middle just getting his ass licked. Like, literally. Like, it was one of those situations. So, she already had vented to me about it, so I guess now, when they were in the car arguing about his Gina girl and the girls at the party and stuff, and they were arguing out loud in front of me this time now, right? So I realized that we end up at her house first because she kept saying, drop me home, drop me home, drop me home. Now, we get to her house and he turns around. They're arguing. He turns around and he puts his hand on my knee. And he like, are you good? Are you okay? I'm sorry. This has happened in front of you. This is not the first impression I wanted to leave and all this stuff. And, Glams, she, I don't know how well you know her, but she gets like this. I've known her for years. I've known her for childhood. We grew up together. She gets like this. Like, don't even pay it no mind and blah, blah, blah. Like, he's literally like a narcissist manipulating the fuck out of the situation. She's crying. She's belligerent. She's drunk. So as his hand is on my knee, I'm telling him I'm fine. I could take a cab home from here. I'm not that far. His hand is sliding further and further and further up my thigh. I would never forget that shit. Never forget that shit. Like, reason why I would never even forget that shit is because I was extremely uncomfortable, number one. For so many reasons. Number one, why the fuck is your hand on my motherfucking... The knee was... I thought it was going to be... Like, somebody just tap your knee and then immediately release their hand. When the knee stayed on the hand, it alarmed me. Then when the hand kept... As he's asking me if I'm okay, he's discussing all this with me, like, oh, I'll take you home, blah, blah. The hand is going further and further and further and further up my motherfucking thigh, bro. And I had on a dress or a skirt or something. I didn't have on pants. I know for a fact I didn't have on pants. It was skin to skin action. So now I'm uncomfortable. I'm sliding and I'm moving. I'm moving to the left or the right, whatever. I'm scooting over. but his hand is following me. So he's like, you good? You okay? You good, right? Like, the manipulation is crazy. Like, this man is deliberately borderline sexually harassing me and trying to mask it by making me feel extremely comfortable, by showing up like as I'm your knight in shining armor. Like, I'm the good guy here. Like, there's nothing going wrong here. Your friend, she acts like this. She's good. You're safe with me. You're good. I'm gonna take you home. Like, it was that. I swear to y'all, bro. Like, even thinking about that shit right now is busting my head, because the me today, unknowing how I would deal with a situation like that versus the me back then at 16, like, we're talking literally like double the lifetime right now. Like, that was literally 15 years ago. So the handling is completely different, right? So now I'm getting uncomfortable, and I realize that Glams, she's not saying anything. She's not saying anything. She sees him back there. I don't know if she sees him reaching for my thigh. I don't know. I don't fucking know. But she's not saying anything. So now I keep reassuring, like, oh no, I'm going to get in a cab. He's like, no. He takes my phone. But not in like a snatch my phone. He just gently takes it out of my hand. He said, here, just put your phone up here. Put it to charge. I'm going to get her upstairs. Stay in the car. I'm going to take you home. I'm not saying anything. I'm drunk. I'm asking Glams. I'm like, Glams, do you want me to come upstairs with you? Whatever. Do you want me to sleep over? Whatever. She's like, no, he's going to take you home. I'm going inside. Whatever. So now he gets out the car to follow her. I don't know if he forgot to put my phone on the charge or he intentionally left with my phone, but I saw him, like, as he getting out the car, the phone is still in his hand. Close the door. Glams is getting out of the passenger seat. She close the door. They're arguing and fighting. And as he's coming around the front of the car, I'm seeing him just tuck my fucking phone in his back pocket. Like, what the fuck is that about? I'm in the car like, what the fuck? And then I go to open the handle of the car. The car is locked from the inside. And then they go in the building. It's one of those buildings where you need a key, you need to get buzzed in, and once you're past the door, you're not getting in. So they dip out my view quick, because Glams rush into the building and he rushes after her, and they're arguing. 10, 15, 20, I don't know what's something our minutes, y'all. I don't think it was an hour, but it was a little minute go by, because it's to the point where I kind of fell asleep in the back seat, and then I woke back up. Like, I kept dozing off, waking up, because I'm fucked up, but I'm still coherent enough to understand that I'm literally double parked in the middle of a street, in the middle of Ocean fucking Avenue. If you guys are from Brooklyn, you know where Ocean Avenue is. Like, I'm giving y'all some context. I'm on Ocean and like Ave, what was that? That's not Ave D. Like, Ave D, Newkirk sides. Y'all already know. Brooklyn, like Flatbush, Brooklyn, like, no. Like, so I'm in the back of the car, sleeping, like, trying to keep up, sleeping. I'm cold. Now I get, like, cautious. I'm like, oh, I need to call. Don't got no phone to call. Ain't no phone in the car. She left with her phone. He left with his phone, and he left with my phone. So I get out the car. I unlock the front of the car. I get out. I start peeking in the building. I don't see nobody. As I'm walking back to the car, I see him coming down by himself. He's disheveled as fuck. And he got Glams' phone in his hand, because I know what her phone case looked like, right? So I see he got Glams' phone in his hand. So I immediately, like, ask him, where's Glams and can I get my phone? He like, oh, she went in the house, she good or whatever. I said, can I get my phone? He's like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna give it to you. He go in the car. He like, let's go in the car, let's go. So I'm like, I'm gonna go upstairs to see if Glams is good. He said, yo, she's good. Like, he's like stopping me from going upstairs and telling me to go in the car. Mind you, I'm barefoot, y'all, because I had wore heels. And you know, at that time, like now, I could spend 8, 9, 10 hours in heels. Back then, I was learning, so my heels were off. They didn't have flats on me. I'm barefoot. I'm drunk. He gets me back in the car. He said he's gonna take me home. I get back into the back seat. I didn't even get in the front seat because, like I said, my purse, everything is in the back seat. I get back into the back seat. Now, as he's driving me, I'm laying down in the back seat because at that point, I start feeling nauseous. Like, I'm about to throw up. I'm car sick because I've been in the back of this car driving for mad long. We drove from the city. We drove to here. Then we drove back to Brooklyn. I've been sitting back here, like, you know what I'm saying? I've been drinking. So I'm laying down as he's driving. I'm getting car sick. So now, all I could feel as I'm laying down is he's just rubbing on my legs, like just rubbing on my legs. I can't sit here and remember to tell y'all if he was rubbing on my ass or my butt or whatever. I know it didn't get as far as like my private areas, no, but he was caressing the hell out of me. But he was making it seem as if it was like a friendly caress, like making sure I'm good. But y'all, it was my thighs, up my thighs, everything, right? So I keep pushing his hand off. Like, I'm okay. But he's still doing it. Like, he's driving with one hand. Every time a red light is coming, he's turning around and using his hand to fucking caress me. His other hand. Like, kind of like when you have your girl in the passenger seat and then you got, what that song go? Left hand on the steering wheel, right hand in the oosie. Like, it was giving that type of vibe. Like, it wasn't in my oosie, but it was looking like it was wanting to get there. I wasn't jacking that. So we get to my house. Like I said, my house wasn't that far. It's like literally 10 minutes with traffic. Without traffic, 6-7 minutes, right? So we get to my house. He helping me out the car, out the back seat. I'm going inside, and I see that he's following me. He's like, no, let me walk you to the door. Let me make sure you're good. He picked up my heels. He picked up my purse. He walked me to the door. As I'm trying to walk in the door, he kind of is walking. Like, he's not shoving himself into the house, but he's assertive. Like, he's lemon pepper, but he's still, skinny niggas are still strong. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, don't let a man's physique and size fool you. These men are strong like the Incredible Hulk. I've seen very, very dainty men do some real damage, and it shocked the hell out of me. So I don't put nothing past a man's strength, because they strength come out of nowhere. Me, even though I'm a big bone, thick girl, curves and out. Y'all check out I'm gonna add on new reels onto here. I was giving body. I was showing y'all this outfit that I redesigned. If y'all check out my reels, y'all, because a lot of my fashion stuff I'm really gonna start uploading on reels because it's kind of easier to do. So check out my fashion reels. But I basically remade an outfit, and then I kind of showed y'all how I look on person. So I want y'all to look at it just to see if y'all like stuff like that, so I could start making and selling stuff like that. But this I didn't make, I redesigned it. But y'all see, watch my reels. But nevertheless, I might add it on here. No, I'm not adding it on here, because I don't even know what slideshow I'm gonna put on. But I'm moving on. I'm getting distracted. So back to the story. Yeah. So now, even though I'm thick or whatever, voluptuous, okay, soft as a Pillsbury Doughboy. So I've been told, skin smooth, shea butter. Okay. What am I talking about? Oh yeah. So even though I'm thick or whatever, I don't have that much strength. I'm not strong, y'all. Like, I don't pack a mean punch. Like, I think I would have to be like a raging bull and very, very upset with somebody to really hit them hard enough, because I don't have the muscle. You know what I'm saying? I don't exercise enough. I don't muscle train enough. I don't have it. My arms are skinny. So I can't overpower a man. You feel me? A man is going to always be able to overpower me. I'm going to have to use a weapon on a man at all times. Anytime I've ever been in a situation where I felt endangered by a man, I've always picked up a weapon, because I already know wagwan. I'm not stupid. I'm not going to fight no nigga fair. Ain't no fairness fighting in a guy. Ain't no fair fight with a man. Okay? It's no fair fight with a man. He already has 100 on you. Like, he already up there. So make sure if you're going to get into altercation, or you feel like you're being overpowered by a man, that you get your ass a weapon. For a fact. So now he's coming through the door with me, and he's like, can I just use the restroom? Can I use the bathroom? And at that point, he brought me home. He took me out. He paid for everything. He's my friend's boyfriend. I didn't want to mistreat him, so I'm just like, okay, he's probably been all night. He's been driving us everywhere. He's been driving us. He's been the DD, even though he was drinking too. He was the designated driver. So I was like, all right, yeah, you could go up and use the bathroom. So I told him to just go up the stairs, because I wanted to close my front door. And I asked him if he wasn't going to, fix his car, because his car was just double parked in the middle of the road. And he's like, no, cool, it's cool. You can leave it there. So I closed the door, and I'm asking him, like, is Glams cool, whatever? I should call her. Can I get my phone? So I was like, can I get my phone? He still had to give me my phone by that time. And then as soon as we got up the stairs, he took out the phone and he gave it to me, right? So now I start calling Glams, and I show him where the bathroom is. The bathroom, thank God, where I was living at that point in time, you didn't need, like, you didn't need a... What the hell are they doing? at that point in time, you didn't need to go all the way in my house. I had lived in one of those, like, what is it? If you guys are from New York, I don't know if New York is the only place that have it, but it's like them long apartments where it's like not a square, it's like a long rectangle because it's a brownstone. So if you ever live in brownstones in New York City, then you'll understand that the apartments are rectangular. They're not square. Like, I don't know how to explain it. So when you came into my apartment at that time, the bathroom was right to the right of the entrance. As soon as you came in, it was the bathroom. So you didn't even have to go into the house to use the restroom. Like, to go into the living room and the rest of the rooms, you didn't have to enter there. So I immediately opened the door and I led him right into the bathroom. He goes in, closed the door behind him. I'm calling, while he's in the bathroom, I'm calling Glams. I'm calling her. Phone going straight to voicemail. At that point, we didn't have all that instant messaging, like where we could hit somebody up on Instagram, they don't answer their phone and stuff. We ain't had all that. So I'm calling her. That's the only way I could reach her, right? To the point where I even called her sister. Her sister was like, oh, she's not home. She had a twin. I forgot. I completely forgot to mention that Glams was a twin. But she wasn't an identical twin. She was a fraternal twin. And her twin were completely different. They acted different. They resembled each other, but they looked completely different too. And they didn't hang out with each other. They didn't act alike. Sometimes you almost forgot they were twins. Like, they did their own thing. It was like, they were fraternal twins anyways, but you ever see like twins that just live two different lifestyles, you would never think they came out of the same womb? It was like that, right? So I hit up her twin and I asked her twin for her, and she's like, oh, she not home, so she don't know. She'll let me know. So he comes out the bathroom and he just walks into the rest of my house. I was in the living room, so he must have heard me on the phone. So he just walks into my house, into the living room, sits on the couch. So I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go to bed now, whatever the case may be. And he's asking me like, oh, who do you live here with, your family? I'm like, yeah, I live here with my mom, whatever. I'm 16, motherfucker. You fucking predator. Like, yeah, at that point, my mom used to work overnights. My mom's a nurse, so she used to work overnights. So my mom wasn't home. There was actually nobody home at that point in time. Who was home? I don't think there was anybody home. No, I don't believe there's anybody home. I don't know if I shared that with him by mistake, where he just asked me, I'm drunk, I'm answering questions, whatever. There's nobody home. So I kept telling him, yeah, I'm getting ready to go back. I feel sick. I'm about to throw up. He's like, oh, let me just help you throw up. I can hold your hair for you. Like, y'all, the whole time he's being a predator, Mr. Lemon Pepper, he's being a gentleman at the same time, too. Like, that's how they get you. Some guys, they know how to play that very innocent role where they make you feel comfortable. Whole time they're putting you in harm's way, right? So he was doing that. Yeah, I kept asking this man, like, I kept telling him, like, oh, like, trying to say things like, oh, yeah, I have to do this, like, I have to go. And he's just like, yeah, I'm just tired. Like, I drove all this time. And now he's trying to vent to me about Glams. Like, he's like, look at my shirt. She ripped my shirt. I do so much for her. I pay for this for her. I buy this for her. And I remember that he used to take good care of her. I think that's why she didn't fully convert into being a lesbian all the way. And she still was dealing with him because he was taking good financial care of her. Like I said, I think he was a scammer. So, scammer Mandea. Scammer Mandea. I need me another scammer Mandea. I need a lot of them. Scammer Mandea. Yeah, I need a few scammers. Like, I'm a person when I need at least a few, like, and not to date, but like in my life, like, because they all have like different techniques and money gain, and I feel like my life is always on the up and up when I have at least a few scammers in my corner, so I could do a little something on it all. No, I'm not talking like that on here, but nevertheless, he was a scammer. So I don't condone all crimes, but I condone financial crimes. But off the record, allegedly. So now he's telling me about all the things that he done did for her, blah, blah, blah. Then he started saying, like, oh, you're a nice girl. You know what I'm saying? I like nice girls. Like, I would love to do stuff like this for you. I would love to look what I bought for her. Show me stuff in his phone that he bought for her, all this stuff. Like, I would love to do these type of things for a girl like you and stuff like that. Like, y'all, my head is bust. Because that's when, I think when he said that, I already knew I was in a peculiar situation. But I feel like when he said that, it officially, like, oh shit, like, you're in a dangerous situation. Like, what the fuck is going on right now? Like, you're in your home with this motherfucking man who is your friend's boyfriend, who they were just arguing, going back and forth, and he's kind of hitting on you. Like, this is flirting at this point. Like, he's hitting on you right now. Like, this is an absolute no-no. Like, it needs to end right now. So I asked him, I said, hey, you know, my mom's now I start using mom. I was like, my mom's on her way. I can't have men in here. You know, he's like, oh, just tell her I'm Glam's boyfriend. I just want to make sure you were safe. You were drinking. I said, no, you can't tell her I was out drinking. Like, I'm making excuses. Like, I start acting like my mom is the type of woman that's about to call the cops on you, all that stuff. Once I start talking like that and I start saying, yeah, she's on her way. This is the time she comes, whatever. She's coming at this time, blah, blah. She's on her way, blah, blah. Now he starts saying, oh, okay, well, I should get going. Then he's like, can you just walk me downstairs? Because I don't know how to get out. So I'm trying to point down the stairs. Like, nigga, just walk down these fucking stairs and don't let the door hit you on your way out, nigga. The fuck? So I'm like leading him down the stairs because he's looking like he not gonna go down the stairs until I start following him and assisting him down. So I start coming down. Mind you, I'm barefoot, y'all. I'm doing all this. I'm drunk. I'm barefoot, y'all. I'm walking him down the stairs. We get to the front door. He gives me a hug, y'all, and a kiss on the forehead. Blood cleat. A kiss on the forehead. And let me tell you, y'all, everything about that situation disgusted me. Number one, I was not attracted to him. Even, first of all, I don't look at, once you're my friends, nigga, I don't look at you for attraction. But it doesn't mean that I don't understand that you're attractive. Of course, I've seen a few of my friend niggas. I'm like, oh, girl, he's attractive. You did a great job picking that one. He's attractive. But Lemon Pepper was not attractive. He looked like Lemon Pepper. Not saying that to each his own. Not saying Lemon Pepper is ugly. I'm not saying this. I don't even remember verbatim what he looks like. Honestly, I don't remember his real name. I don't remember none of that. This was so long ago. But I think his name was something like, his real name was something like Coleon or some shit like that. Was it? I don't even know, y'all. Something like that. I'm only trying to attempt to figure it out because I don't even remember his name. But it was something intriguing. Like, his name was something like that. So, I felt so disgusted with that forehead kiss. Because that forehead kiss is not an innocent kiss. That's a very... I don't even know. Like, what do forehead kisses mean? Let me Google what forehead kisses mean. What does a forehead kiss mean? A forehead kiss is a social kissing gesture to indicate friendship and or to denote comforting someone. They're saying that it's supposed to be something gentle. But I don't know. I've always thought about forehead kisses being very intimate. Like, love, affection, comfort. Like, it makes you feel safe. Like, it was inappropriate. Who gives a fuck what the fuck a forehead kiss represents? That shit was inappropriate as a motherfucker. Inappropriate as fuck. So, he gave me the forehead kiss, and then he says, I put my number in your phone. Call or text me anytime you need anything. Anything you need. I don't care if it's a ride, you need help with buying something, you need money, whatever you need, you call me. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I was head bust. Like, I didn't even understand what was going on. All I kept thinking in my head was, I need to immediately call Glams and tell her what the hell has just happened. And she's not answering the phone. Y'all, he leaves. I go upstairs. I finally feel like I'm in a safe zone, y'all. Y'all don't even understand how relieved I was to get this man out of my house, y'all. Like, I was so, like, I wasn't afraid for my life. I was just scared of the situation I was in for so many different reasons. I was scared because I'm in a house with a strange man who's older than me that I don't know. He's flirting with me, making me feel uncomfortable. He's my friend's boyfriend. He just got into a argument with her. And, like, everything about this is just so uncomfortable for me. And I was so young. You know what I'm saying? I'm not equipped. Like, I know what my mom told me to do in certain situations. But still, there was an experience that I had prior to that was similar, that made, not similar, but made me very uncomfortable as far as like something a guy did to me when I was young. And I can explain that in a whole nother story time. That could be in a whole nother story time, but I'll just finish explaining this so we don't get into too much. But it just, what do I do? Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know how to handle that situation. Like I said, I didn't have the attitude and the confidence and the, you know, stop playing with me that I have now. Like, I'm really on that right now. I mean, mama. I mean, so I need to stop watching that as TV. But I mean, so I does that. I'm TTG. Yeah, I just learned what TTG was. I had to Google it. Trained to go. Okay, so I wasn't trained to go back then. So now I'm calling Glams the whole night. Never hear back from her. I go to bed or whatever. Wake up the next morning. Glams is calling me, but she wasn't even calling me from her number. I just kept seeing a different number call me like back to back to back, and I'm like, who the fuck is that? I answer the phone. It's Glams. So now she's crying to me. She's like, girl, you don't even know what happened last night. Did you get home? Did he take you home? I was like, yeah, girl, he took me home after you left. I was trying to go upstairs. He wouldn't let me. I was trying to call you to get in the building. You know, I didn't have my phone. He had my phone, and he also had your phone when he came down. She's like, yeah, it's broken. He broke my phone, and then he took it. I didn't even know all that happened. She was like, yeah, they were fighting. As soon as they got inside the building, they were fighting, and how he beat her up, and he cracked one of her tooth. Like, he didn't knock the whole tooth out, but the tooth was, like, missing, like, a slant. Like, she was sending me pictures of, like, she had a black eye, a busted lip, cracked tooth, like, bruises on her ribs. Like, I didn't even, y'all. So the whole time, y'all, the whole time that your girl is downstairs, I'm downstairs, y'all, in the cab. I'm talking about a cab. In his car, backseat of his car. Sleeping on and off, trying to wake up, stay up, falling asleep. They upstairs brawling, fighting in her hallway. I don't even know this. I don't even know this is going on. Like, she's like, yeah. I was like, so why didn't you come downstairs with us? She said that she was upstairs, like, fucked up. Like, she just ran into her house type shit. And how she didn't know my number by heart to call me from, like, the phone in her house. And, like, she went to go to the hospital, whatever, right? So I'm like, oh, my God. Like, I can't believe, I'm so sorry this happened. I can't believe all this happened. Now I'm like, I need to tell you what he did last night. I need to tell you. So she really is not really trying to hear, like, I didn't want to just spring it on her, especially after what she just told me. There was a lot going on. She was in the middle of crying, all this stuff like that. I'm trying to see if she's okay physically and stuff like that. So now, y'all, something's distracting the hell out of me. So now, yeah. So I'm like, how do I even tell her this? But I need to tell her this now. Like, it's now or never. Like, I'm not about to... This is my first time speaking to Glams since last night, since everything happened. And it's also my first time hearing that they had a fight last night. Because remember, Lemon Pepper came back in the car, came back to me like shit was good. Remember, he met me at the front door of the building trying to get in. And he's walking me like, let's go. Everything is good. She's in the house. She's good. Not knowing that Glams is upstairs fucked up. And at that point in time, me and Glams was cool, but I didn't know enough of her information. Like, I don't even think I knew what apartment number to go to. You feel me? Or to ring. I think I had been to her house maybe once or twice, and I didn't. At that, like, now, whenever I go somewhere, I take down the information. Like, this is where I'm at. Like, I always take down everywhere I'm going. Locations is on with my family, and I'm taking down the information. I'm screenshotting the address, all that. I need to know where the fuck I am, and if I need to come back here for some reason. Like, Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need to know. Back then, I didn't know. Like, I didn't know. It was just one of those. Y'all, if y'all know what Ocean buildings look like on Ocean Avenue in Brooklyn, New York, then you know them buildings big as fuck. Okay? Mad floors, big as fuck. Like, you get into one of those buildings, pass them down to your family. You don't even want to freaking, you don't even want to let go of them type of apartments. Big ass apartments. Low pricing, huge buildings, and those rents are stabilized. But nevertheless, sidebar. So I didn't even know where to go. That's why I was standing down in the front of the building barefoot trying to see if I could see them. Mind you, they upstairs fighting. I didn't even know that. So I'm just learning this. He didn't mention none of that. And all that shit went down with him basically advancing himself on me last night. So I'm trying to tell her, like, I got something to tell you about what he did. She's not really, like, focused on that because she's trying to get her teeth fixed. She's in the hospital, whatever. I'm telling her, are you gonna go file a police report? I don't know if it went as far as the police. I don't remember none of that stuff. I do remember she got back with him though. That's one thing I remember. Spoiler alert. I know I should have said that in the end of the story, but she did get back with him. But there's still more to the story, right? So now I get off the phone with her. She didn't stay on the phone with me that long. And then she said she's gonna call me back. So I don't think I spoke to her the rest of that day. I think I spoke to her the following day. Yes, I remember that. And I remember that whole day. The next day, Lemon Pepper was texting me. And I was not answering him. But he texted me not that much. Like, he wasn't texting me down. I think he texted me two or three times. So the following day, I see her at school. Yeah, I believe I see her at school. And I was like, I tell you, well, Lemon Pepper, like, and she's like, yeah, I'm done with him. This and the third, he's trying to pay for my teeth to get fixed. He's trying to this, blah, 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 but I'm done, blah, blah. You know, she's a senior or whatever. She's about to go to college. So I'm like, I explained to her verbatim the way I don't know if I'm not saying verbatim because I don't even remember if I explained it to her the way I explained it to y'all. But I told her what happened. I told her what happened in the car when she was in there, when she was drunk and he was touching my leg. She says she doesn't recall any of that. She said she didn't see him touching my leg. But y'all, Glam started to kind of, at first, like, I wasn't reading the room. When I started explaining what happened, she had the stinkest look on her face. But at that point, I didn't know if the look was, I'm thinking the look, I don't even know what I was thinking, but I probably assumed that the look was a stink face towards Lemon Pepper and just being in disgust with what she was hearing about his actions, right? She just had a look of disgust on her face. To this day, I don't know if it was disgust for me, disgust for him, disgust for the situation. I don't know. She had a look of disgust on her face. She wore that look very well. She was one of those people that, you know, when they screw up their face, you see it? Like, yeah. And she was Jamaican, yeah. So now, she had a look of disgust on her face. I told her, she said she don't recall him touching my leg in the car. But she was saying that shit with an attitude like, I don't know. When was he touching your leg in the car? When I was in there? Like, it was like, she was saying it like, the audacity of you to even say that this nigga was touching your leg when I was in there. Like, the fuck you mean? Like, she was saying it like that. Like, she was like a little aggressive about it. And then when I told her what happened in the house or whatever, she was just like, why did you let that nigga in your crib? Like, she was just like, why would you let him inside? I said, he said he needs to use the bathroom. And he's your boyfriend. He was gracious enough to give me a ride home. I didn't know what had just occurred. I thought you guys were just arguing. I didn't know you guys were fighting. I remember he showed me his shirt and said that you tugged at his shirt because you didn't want him to leave. But, like, I didn't have, I didn't have access to talk to you to know what was going on. There was just so much going on in the trifecta. Like, I'm just a drunk 16-year-old who came along for the fucking ride. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't sign up for any of this. You feel me? So now she grilling me. So now she's like, why did you let him in the house? Whatever. I told her, like, he came to pee. I let him pee, whatever. Use the bathroom. Then she's like, oh, so when did he leave? So what happened? So I'm explaining everything to her, whatever the case may be or whatnot. Now, she freaking, yeah, so like I was saying, she a little standoffish. She got a little attitude. Her face is screwed up, okay? She looking at me with that Jamaican stink face. I love y'all Jamaicans, don't worry. She's getting me with that Jamaican steak face, and I'm not reading the room. I'm not realizing that this whole time I'm explaining myself, and I'm trying to explain his actions because his actions were the inappropriate ones. I don't feel like I acted inappropriately. His actions were the inappropriate ones. She's looking at me like, bitch, what? Like, and that's when I realized, okay, this is really a toxic relationship, because even after I literally told you that this man was touching on my leg while you were in the car, in the front, drunk and stuff like that, and he came to my house and was doing this and that, all she was focused on was, why didn't I scream when I was in the back in the car, or say something when he was touching my leg? Why didn't I say something out loud? Girl, I'm not understanding what's going on. I'm drunk. I'm a little incoherent. I'm 16. He's older than me. He was over 18. I don't think he was like 22, or he probably was 20, 21 or whatever. He was definitely older than me. He's making me feel comfortable at the same time he's assaulting me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like his hand was in my kunani, but it was itching near it. Like, he was doing, like, you know, if you soft porn type shit, like if you want to call it in a nutshell, like, it was inappropriate, but he was touching the waters of it. It wasn't like you get, y'all, if drop it in the comments if y'all understand what I mean, because it's so difficult to explain myself because I'm not that age anymore. So I could think about what I was feeling, but it's kind of like I know everything I would do differently now. But like I said, I was 16. I didn't have the knowledge I have now. So she's holding me accountable for not reacting appropriately to what he was doing. And I thought that was so crazy, because it's like, imagine that. Someone takes an inappropriate action against you, and now you're held accountable for not having the quote-unquote appropriate reaction. Inappropriate action taken against you, and you're held accountable for not having the appropriate reaction to that inappropriate action. That's literally life in a nutshell. That's literally every day walking. That's literally every day. Is you being held to the consequences of not having the appropriate reaction to the fucking bullshit and the fuckery that is going on in this world that people initiate against you. That's where I was at with it. So that's the angle that she's coming at towards me. So now she's kind of like, I don't really want to talk about it now because we in school, whatever. I'm going to go call him. I'm going to talk to him about it, whatever. So I'm thinking, all right, cool. I understand that. This is her personal business, her personal life. We don't need to talk about it in school. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she wants to go talk to him. I guess his side of the story. It was to my understanding that they weren't on talking terms because he had just beat her up and cracked her tooth, like, or whatever. So when she said she was going to hit him up about it, I wasn't thinking that. I didn't think anything of it. I don't know if it was going to be she was going to hit him up now. I don't know. I didn't ask. It wasn't my business. So now the whole day go by. I see that she didn't really speak to me at lunch. She didn't really talk to me or whatever. And I'm not making too much of it because I'm like, I like to allow people to feel how they feel. I'm one person where especially if I feel like you're hurting or I did something that caused you to hurt and I intentionally never meant to, like, as long as I'm very, like, considerate of my actions, I have consideration. So I was like, I'm not pressed about her talking to me or engaging. She's probably trying to process. She's been through a lot. Her tooth is cracked. She didn't get it fixed yet. She probably don't want people asking her questions about her teeth. Like, there's just a lot going on in her head right now, and I'm not offended that she's not really interacting with me. But I know that maybe when she talks to him or things die down, whatever, she'll be good again. That's what I'm thinking in my head. Whole rest of the day I go home, I'm thinking I'm gonna get a text or call from her. I didn't. I did text her to see how she was doing, and she didn't answer. So next day come, mind you, we're nearing towards, like, the end of the school year anyways. Like I said, she was a senior, she was graduating, I was a freshman. Was I a freshman at that point? No, like, she was 2 years old. Yeah, I'm getting the timeline mixed up. Like, at some point I was sophomore. I was younger than her in the grades. I'm like, if I was 16 though, I had to be like, I'm thinking like 11th grade, 10th grade. Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out. But nevertheless, she's freaking giving me the cold shoulder. The next day I go to school, she not talking to me. It's towards the end of the school year. I know she handling yearbook, prom, all that stuff. I get it, but like she not really saying nothing to me. I even like waved at her. She kind of like gave me that little, like, you know, that little nice nasty smirk, like like it was giving that or whatever. And I'm thinking in my head like, oh, like she's probably just going through a lot. She's cooling off. Y'all, this attitude went on up until like for like the next couple of weeks, until like graduation came around. And I remember she had invited me to the graduation and I was excited about going. And then I kind of was like, I'm probably not gonna be able to go anymore because this girl hasn't said a word to me. Like, and I'm not trying to make it awkward. I'm not trying to push myself on her. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't even really know what to say. Like, she's not talking to me though. So I finally hit her up, like, maybe, like, I remember the day they were giving graduation tickets, I heard about it, and I was just like, maybe I should use this as an icebreaker. Hit her up and, like, ask her, like, hey, did you still want me to come to graduation? I hope you're doing well. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't saying it like that, like I said I was younger, but I was just trying to extend an olive branch in the way I knew how to. And she was like, I don't really have anything to say to you. And I was just like, why not? She was like, I spoke to Lemon Pepper. He said that you're lying. He said that none of that happened. And for me to be going through what I'm going through with him, for you to even, like, make up a story like that. And it's like, either way, I don't believe either of y'all. Because if it didn't happen, then you're a fucked up friend. And if it did happen, you're still a fucked up friend because you should have never allowed it to happen. Y'all, I'm sitting there and my face is, I got egg on my face. Literally egg on my face. Yolk. Like, egg yolk on my face. Because I didn't think about it in either of those ways. I didn't even think about the possibility. Did I think he was going to admit it? I don't know. No, I don't know what I thought would come of it. Did I think that was the reaction that she was going to have towards me? Absolutely the fuck not. I did not think that. Because in my head, honestly, I did not do anything wrong. I don't feel like I did anything wrong. I didn't attempt to do anything wrong. And I thought I was doing the right thing by telling her. Like, I told her about him offering me money and everything. And she even mentioned, like, why would he even offer you money? Like, that doesn't even make sense. Like, offer you money for what? Like, she was trying to make sense of it. And I'm like, girl, it doesn't even make sense to me either. Like, what do you want me to do, bro? Like, what the fuck do you want me to do? Like, I just felt so, like, y'all. Like, even think about it now. Just understanding how I felt so backed into a corner. Like, damned if I do, damned if I don't. And she wasn't a friend that I wanted to lose because I actually looked up to her. She inspired me and I respected her a lot. And yeah, like, I was happy that she even, like, you know, like, now I would never say something like that. But at that point in time, I was happy that she gave me a chance to, like, be her friend because I wanted to be an older crowd person friend. And she was showing me the ropes. She was taking me out. Like, I was thinking about stuff like that. But it's just, like, I don't know, like, it was just disheartening just to see that that's what the conclusion was. And like I said, she was a person that was very strong on her decisions and her boundaries. So I knew that once she expressed that to me, it was clipped for the relationship, for the friendship, whatever, it was clipped. I knew that. Like, I already knew. But what wasn't clipped was her and that toxic nigga. Like, you feel me? Like, it's just crazy to know that, like, you know, as girls, we'll clip our friends before we clip a nigga. Not me, though. I clip bitches and niggas all. I don't discriminate. Y'all all getting clipped simultaneously, actually. Together. Jump ship. Thank you. Like, get the fuck off the bus. Like, you feel me? But I've seen in just in general that women would remain in a toxic relationship with a man that's doing this, that, and the third. And then their friends would do one thing and you can't get past that. You can't get past that. I'm guilty of it in the past. You can't get past it. So, and I didn't even know what I did. Like, I didn't, like she said, I should have screamed or said something when he was touching my leg in the back. I thought that was just overkill because like I said, like I explained to y'all what was happening. And then like when I didn't invite, like she was saying you invited him to your home. I didn't invite him. He asked to pee. He asked to use the blood clean. And then she was making it seem like, oh, he's a guy. He can pee anywhere. And I'm just like, I know he's a predator, bitch. Like, what the fuck? Like, he obviously knows that too. I'm not making excuses for myself. I'm a 16-year-old drunk girl. I'm not thinking that far ahead. I'm not preying on anyone. You know, when you're not the prey, you're the preyed on. I'm the preyed on. So it's like you're expecting someone who's being preyed on to have all the answers in regards to a predator, someone who's actually like, that's what they're doing. They're making sure that they're catching their prey by any means necessary, using different tactics. Like, they're putting thought process into something, and I'm not in that headspace because I'm not the predator. I'm the prey. The fuck? Like, I'm being preyed on. Prey. Like, so, whatchamacallit? Yeah, like, I don't understand how, like, she's holding me responsible for his actions. So after she texted that to me, I kind of explained myself a little bit more. Like, I was trying to make her see it from my point of view, but she never answered me back. And then I had ended up seeing her for the last couple of days of school, and she never said anything to me. And I knew she told her friends about it because some of her friends mutual friends that would say hi to me or whatever, remember I used to sit with them at the lunch table or whatever sometimes, they stopped kind of saying hi to me and talking to me. But like I said, it was only a few more days of school left, and I was just like, oh, like, I just can't wait for this to be over. Like, I just want to come back and start next year fresh. Like, whatever, she's not going to be here. I'm not going to, you know, be in my feelings too much about it. I still felt mad hurt. I ain't gonna lie, I felt hurt. And I don't hold her. I don't hold it against her. I don't, y'all. Even though she never spoke to me, like, me and her never spoke from that day on. We never, ever spoke, ever. Like, never. Like, she, to this day, still has me blocked on Instagram. I would never forget that I saw her. Remember I told you I randomly saw her in the city. I was shopping. I was at Zara. And I would expect her to be at Zara. It's definitely her style. And I seen her. And I know she noticed me and I noticed her. But we both just kind of avoided each other. And then I had went home and I typed in her IG name and it didn't come up. I was like, oh, she probably don't have Instagram anymore. And then I was just like, I remember back in the days she had blocked me though, and I still have the same IG since back in the days. I never changed my IG. And then when I went to like a mutual friend that of ours that I still have on Instagram, I was like, she always go to her birthday every year, and I looked at her birthday picture. She was tagged in it, and when I clicked on it, I realized, oh shit, I'm blocked still to this day. Like, you gotta respect shit like that too, because I hold myself to the same integrity. Like, bitch, you'll be blocked for 10 years on my shit. You'll be blocked for 100 years. There's bitches that's gonna die blocked. I don't give a fuck. Like, block you shit. But I guess so surprised to see me blocked is I didn't know that I hurt her that bad. There was nothing in me that made me feel like if I would have did that night all over again, I still wouldn't know what I know now, and I probably still would, like, it probably still would have went down the same way it went down. I felt like, girl, I didn't allow this man to make advances on me. He put me in an uncomfortable situation. I got out of it the best way I could. Thank God I got out of it. And I came and told you about it. The fact that you would unfriend me and hate me for all these years is insane. And I know she's come across my work or my page because I've gone viral a few times and I've done a lot of work for mutual people. And, you know, Brooklyn is a small world. New York City is small, as congested as it is, a small world. So I've known she's seen my stuff, but it was just like, girl, you kept me blocked. Like, you kept me blocked? Like, that's crazy. Hold on, y'all. Like, nothing went past those inappropriate, like, initiations. I really felt like Lemon Pepper was testing the waters to see how far he can get with me without being overly aggressive and disgusting, even though he was being disgusting and aggressive regardless. So I felt like he was testing the waters. And he knew I was young. He knew I was impressionable. And I still didn't take the bait. And I just felt like I still had to pay the consequences. And not that I wanted to take the bait either. I had no intentions of doing anything, of stealing my friend's man or trying to gain what she gained, or I had no intentions of doing those things. Like, those things never crossed my mind. Like, I didn't even know how I got here. Like, I don't even know how I got here. Like, that's all I kept thinking to myself. And I also respected how she felt. I had to, because imagine that you're in this toxic relationship with this man. He's always cheating on you. He got you paranoid as fuck. And he's manipulating you. He's a narcissist. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are all things before we even started using these terms so heavily. Like, all this stuff is happening. She's young. Who knows what he's putting in her head. Even though he just abused her and she got a chipped tooth, he's about to pay for it to get fixed. They're about to repair their relationship and go back through the same cycle again. And how dare Sarah, the girl that I gave a seat at my table, the little young girl, fat girl who don't even know herself. Yeah, you started sewing and shit, but bitch, you're not an it girl. You're not a fashion girl yet. You're not on my level yet, bitch. You're a young bitch. Stay in your place. Like, I gave you a seat at my table. I put you in front of my man. I put you in front of my friends. I rated you. I gave you a look. That's what she's thinking, because that's how she made me feel when she was talking to me. That's how she made me feel. Because she had said something. I forgot what she said, y'all. I don't even want to pretend to remember what she said. But she said something along the lines of, like, I think I had mentioned to her, like, hey, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we could have still, like, did the fashion thing together or whatever. I think I was trying to find ways to kind of, like, still, like, maintain the friendship. And I think before she stopped responding, like, she said something along the lines like, girl, I'm the fashion girl. Like, I don't need you. Like, I've been doing this. I've been that. Like, she said something like that. And I felt so hurt, y'all. I felt so struck by lightning. Like, I felt like it was guns blazing. I was getting shot left and right. Like, God forbid. But, like, I felt like, damn, like, how did I get here? But like I said, I had to respect how she felt. Like, remember, when you have people in your life, and this is the same thing I went through in some of my past recent incidents, especially the one with the Stockholm Syndrome with fucking Monclown. Like, when you have people in your life and you're surrounding yourself with people, you're never too young, you're never too old to decide that this person doesn't share the same values as me, or this person is not like me. This person doesn't respond the way I respond. This person doesn't do things the way I do things. I can't rock with that. I need people in my corner in my life who understand who I am, how I move, who's going to move on the same assertiveness. Like, you need that. So at that point, whatever happened that night, I failed. In her eyes, I failed. As a friend, and the caliber she holds her friends to, and she has the right to feel that way. The caliber of friends that she wants to keep around her, and the people that she holds, like, herself to, like, they need to be held at a certain standard. And I learned from her. You know what I'm saying? It's the same way with Monclown, when I'm like, girl, I don't want this male attention. Stop inviting male energy around me. Niggas is calling us on the street from their car like we're prostitutes, honking and hissing at us, and you're standing there waiting for them to pull up so you could go to their window. I don't like that. I don't like that. You may not be doing necessarily something wrong to me, but I don't like that. So if I could feel that way about Monclown and niggas and cars pulling up and shit, Glams she has the right to feel that way about me not responding to what was happening in the way that she would have liked or would have wanted me to, or would have made her feel more comfortable. Granted, that's the reason why I said that I would be friends with her again, because I respect and understand her stance. And I know a lot of you might not agree with me. I might think like, no, fuck her, because she believed him over you and this and that. Like, I've been there. I've been in toxic relationships. I've been in positions where I needed my friends to move a certain way and they didn't. Because I've walked certain roads, I have to respect her feelings and where she's coming from. So, y'all, that is how that friendship ended. We never spoke again. Like I said, she still had me blocked. And then I went on my Finsta, because I have a Finsta. And I checked her page, and her page was public. And I seen how she was doing. I'm like, oh, she's still gorgeous or whatever. She gained a little weight. I like when she's slimmer, though, because she give model. Like, she should have been a model, y'all. Like, oh, my goodness. Like, she's gorgeous, gorgeous. Like, to this day, I would love to see her in some of my stuff. Like, she was one of the first people I designed for. Like, and I love that because she was a fashion girly, and I was inspired by her. I designed for her. She took pictures of my stuff. She wore it with pride. And it's nice when you're just starting out. Stuff like that makes you feel good. But that was how the friendship ended between us. You guys will let me know if you think that she was in the right, she was in the wrong. I was in the right, I was in the wrong. Lemon Pepper definitely in the wrong. But the fact that girl, you were my friend again, but you stayed with him after he knocked out your teeth, blacked your eye, and swell your lip. But I've been there before too, so I'm not even judging her about that either. But she let me go real easy. So I know there are a lot of story times where I come here and I tell y'all stories about the villains. And I also tell y'all fair stories. Like, there's also stories when I was wrong that I want to tell y'all about when I was wrong. But then y'all also want to tell y'all happy stories, because a lot of great things that happened in my life that I feel like I've never spoken to you guys about. And I need to tap in. But I just be feeling like the great things, do they be that juicy? They don't be juicy unless they come attached with some drama to it. Like, I gotta tell y'all the great things that happened that also were very dramatic or had drama attached to it, but was a great overall, like, end goal. I do, because I have some great ones. Y'all, I do have my Depop. I had like 50 million Depops, and I kept making new ones, but I have official Depop now. I'm gonna add it as the first tab in my bio, because y'all know my website is under construction right now. So shop my Depop. It's not gonna be any of my personal designs on there. Might be a few, but a lot of my Depop is basically I'm a shopaholic. I'm a fashionista. So I buy a lot of clothes, and then I wear them one time. I take pictures in them. I launder them or I dry clean them, and then I put them in my closet or in the storage, and they're just sitting there. They're not catching dust because I keep my stuff. I'm very organized and neat, so you're gonna get it smelling good, smelling nice, smelling everything. So I'm selling a lot of my slightly worn clothing and footwear on Depop. If you're from YouTube, just let me know. I'll probably lower the price down for you a little bit. And all my prize winners, y'all, I got an update on your shipping for your products. I shipped you guys a lot of liquids, and yeah, so I got updates for you guys. So I just, please, everybody, one by one, just let me know when you receive your package. As far as that, did I have any more updates for you guys? Yeah, I've been feeling better. I've been doing a lot better. I still have the demons chasing me. I do. There's certain things that I've gone through and interactions that I've had lately that I'm like, oh, that's that demon gunning for me. But I'm resilient. Y'all pour the fuck into me, okay? Every time, even when I'm not uploading videos, y'all be sitting there and sending me comments like, we miss you. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. Ugh. I can never feel lonely or alone with my HARASDOLLS. Like, just knowing that I have y'all here in my corner and I'm in y'all corner. And I try to keep the conversations going in the comments because I really want to remain connected. Like, I really want to keep our, connection and our tribe alive. So I'm always answering you guys back in the DMs, not in DMs, in the comments. You guys know that. I know y'all be getting a little notification that day Haras Nyc replied back to your comment, because I'm there. I'm here with it. There are a lot of people I haven't gotten back to yet, but definitely on my downtime, I got y'all. I love your insight. Every time you guys comment, you guys give me advice, you guys compliment me, you guys pour into me, and you guys literally have changed my trajectory on life, and you guys have made me love people again. Like, my Capricorn ass is actually starting to love people again because I really love y'all. And I just want to end off this video by saying thank you for listening to my podcast and my voiceovers, because your girl can't come on camera all the time. Like, I be trying, y'all, and I'm gonna get into a mechanism where I'm going to be able to be on camera more often. But when I can give you guys podcast versions, I appreciate you guys for listening, because I already know a lot of you guys say that you guys be cleaning, y'all be getting to the things done, the list, etc., etc. So I like that I'm able to, like, you know, talk y'all heads off and get y'all through a task or two. I also want to say thank you so much for all the well wishes you guys sent my dad. You guys sent my dad a heavenly birthday. Okay, my dad was not turning in his grave. He was smiling, cheesing from ear to ear, because they try to break my spirit. They try to tear his memory down. And my Haras dolls came. Y'all saw and y'all conquered, because y'all turned up my comment section, sending my dad nothing but birthday love. And I just want to send everyone who's, you know, without a parent, without a support system, just lacking and have a void in certain areas, I just want to send you love and strength and resilience. And we got each other, y'all. We're gonna always have each other until we don't, and we're gonna make the best of it while we're here. So y'all know how I like to end off my videos. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure you add me on Instagram. The link is in my bio on my homepage. I'm not going to be able to add it on here because I'm going to probably forget it or something like that. But add me on Instagram, y'all, if y'all want to tap into some of my cute little pictures and outfits that I can't post on YouTube, because, you know, they be finna demonetize you in a millisecond. So follow me on Instagram. Stay tapped in with me, my stories. And I have a lot more coming and brewing, especially in the fashion zone. You guys are waiting for the fashion from me. And y'all, it's coming. I would not be distracted any longer from my creativity. Like, I know I'm out here hustling and bustling and maintaining my income, but I have to tap into my creative side. So I have a lot in store for you guys, and I just want to say I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in the next one. If you aren't going to do anything else, if you're not going to do anything else, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, share, and guys, make sure you like for me so I can get into the algorithm. Okay, watch my ads too. Let my ads play, y'all. Shop my Depop. And if you're not going to do anything else after that, make sure you do what? Pour into yourself. Pour into your motherfucking self. No matter what, no matter who, no matter where, no matter the circumstance, y'all. Pour into yourself, because protecting yourself is all you have in this world. You are all you have, no matter what. And I love you guys once again. Bye.